Hello again, welcome back to Apex Racing TV. And myself, Alex Simpson, and Andrew Woodhouse for the McLaren MP4-30 test race here at Road America. Yeah, not many on the grid for this one, Andrew. This round had a little play, so I think we're just going to have a bit of a chat, just catch up, talk about iRacing, what's going on, and while this race is going on, and just sort of try and give some feedback for the guys.
Very quickly, why is the spring deflection too high?
It'll be to do with the heave spring perch offset. You'll need to adjust that to get that right.
Bloody Nora. Got it. We'll go for this one. Otherwise I won't make it. Sorry. Go on. Yes.
That's alright.
Go on. Right. Yes.
Yeah, what we got out there? There's about 12, 13 cars out there, so yeah, pretty reasonable.
Why have I got
Graham's not going to make it onto the grid.
Oh well, it should be interesting if nothing else.
But it was Fakari who set the quickest time, followed by Ferenc Kern, then Mark Warmington, Andrew Curry. Guys are getting ready, revs are building. We will be racing here any second right now. Here we go.
Somebody nearly jumped the start.
Our co-commentator is on the circuit. We're having a bit of fun with this one. But yeah, still a lot of cars out there actually in the end. Great to see them all scrambling right at the last minute to make the session.
Oh, that's two places.
Now I wonder if Andrew, if you can talk and drive. If it's me right now, I'd have already stuffed it into the wall.
The only problem I think I'm going to have is I had to put a slow setup on because there was no way I couldn't figure out the fuel, unfortunately. So Carol just breezed past. I'll have a go.
That right there is.
Yes, go on.
That right there is the is you know that.
I've just done Carol though. That's not too bad.
There you go. That's yeah. That's you got when you come up with the excuses on lap 2. You know you're a real race driver. It's not me. It's the setup.
Lap 1.
It's the car.
Car feels alright, I've got to say. Oh god! Sorry. Somebody spun at the exit of the carousel and was in the middle of the road. Absolutely nowhere to go.
Like I say, we're just having a little bit of fun with this one, guys. Nothing too serious at all. So
we blame the low turnout for this.
Yeah. The Fakara leads anyway, coming out of the end of the first lap, followed by Kern. Curry up into third place. Great job from him. Peter Berryman coming up just behind him. Worth pointing out the
look out! I've got far too much wing on. Far too much wing. Got breeze past. Unless that's the improved slipstreaming effects. Having said that,
yeah, it could be a bit of that. Could also be way too much fuel. If you've got full tank of fuel, these guys are going to have about 60 kilos compared to 100. So
that's the point.
That might be where you're at.
Didn't think about that. Which ERS settings should I be on for sort of getting the maximum here?
Well, I think the guys have said if you're on about 7, that should stay pretty consistent. Like a fixed mode 7 should stay consistent.
7. Okay.
Anything above that will probably drain down a little bit.
I'm on 7 here, yep. I might take 6 actually. Just because I think I'm too slow to really make use of 7, so.
You'll be slower when you run out though, won't you?
Shouldn't run out.
We'll see. You leave it there.
I'm on 100%. Oh, whoa. Goodness.
Been a little while since we've seen you in a Formula 1 car, mate, I have to say.
It is a while, mate. It's the British Grand Prix.
Obviously, we did a lot of F1 back in the day. Anyone that would have seen our, my sort of story video that we put out end of last season. My teammate that I was talking about in that one that managed to keep me going was yours truly.
Who's spun now? Oh.
And we won't bring that up on the stream, it's alright. Actually, there's a great little battle starting to form out there right now. So Andrew, Peter Berryman and Mark Warmington having a little battle. Warmington having a look up the inside of Curry right now.
Well, I'm still ahead of Norris. I don't know what's happened to him, but
yeah, he had a pit, and that was I think who lost it at the exit of the carousel.
Whoops.
Carroll moves up and past Warmington as well, so Carroll making good progress. Just literally jumped straight out of the Formula Renault as well. So have at it. Not easy to jump from car to car. I mean, how would you be going on right now if you'd literally just done an Formula Renault 2.0 race? I don't know where I'd be.
About as well as I'm doing, I think. Damn, it all started so promisingly.
Yeah, worth pointing out that the Formula Renault strength of field race is straight after this on RaceSpot as well and on iRacing Live, so just switch over if you're watching on iRacing Live. You just push the buttons at the top, so it'll select the different stream. They, hopefully we have a few more people next time. Carroll and Curry again having a little battle, so I have to say, Andrew, we spoke, what was it? Oh, he makes a mistake actually, just gets all out of shape. He has to get it back on circuit as quick as possible. Be disappointed with that because that was one of his best performances so far.
Yeah, but Curry we've spoken about quite a few times, haven't we?
But I mean, it was 4 or 5 seconds. Well, it was about 10 seconds off the pace to start off with. I think. Actually, I think it was 8, wasn't it? If I'm right. So, and last week he brought it down to 4, and here he is. You know, was fighting sort of relatively close towards the front. Lap times far more competitive than what they have been. So yeah, doing a great job out there.
Yeah, and we saw last week at Motegi. You know, it was very good, really, from him, and would be, you know, I think it's one of those things. The more you drive the car, obvious statement of the century, but the more you drive the car, the better you get.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think you know, there's no substitute for actually, you know, track time, is there? You know, you can gain so much from just getting out there and driving it and finding your feet.
Oh, there's a car in the middle of the road. I haven't said that. Who's that?
Like
Taylor Burris.
Taylor, yeah. Oh, he's lit the rears up after having a moment, so doesn't half catch people out. So much torque in this car, and yeah, just the way the tyre is. Whew.
Really hard car actually to just get in and be anywhere near quick in, really, I think. Oh,
we've got our first pit stop as well. That is Carroll jumping in very, very early, so
I'm losing so much time in a straight line. I think part of it's the fuel, but
how much fuel have you got on board?
I think I had the 100 kilos. I think I didn't have time to really check it, but it was a better lap, but it's probably really slow. What are those guys doing in terms of lap times then?
139s.
It's not too bad, I guess. 42s. It's alright, I guess.
Zero practice and no setup.
Yeah, I'm not totally horrified by it, if I'm honest, but I need some more ERS, I think.
Curry also into the pits as well. That's pretty early, too. Lead battle will start to form up, I think, because it looks like Feren's just a tiny bit quicker at this stage of the race. So only 1.1 seconds cover those as well. So perhaps different modes out there. I think I spoke to Ficarra off air really earlier on. Just said he was just struggling a little bit, keeping his tyres in over the long run.
Kind of the main problem with this car, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
not a problem, but it's the challenge, isn't it? The main challenge.
That's it exactly. And with the torque that you've got on there as well, you know, you really do have to sort of set the car up for the long run rather than perhaps, you know, lap 4 or 5 of a run kind of thing. You know,
Yeah,
you need to be
sense, I think.
need to be looking at lap sort of 15. But you know, it takes so much longer to do that because you've got to keep testing it to make sure you are making improvements, small tweaks, and go and see. You know, you could easily run over the sweet spot by just changing lots of things and going out there.
Now, is there anything I can do? Sounds a bit silly, but is there anything I can do to maybe burn more fuel here? But use less ERS or use the same ERS?
Afraid not. I would guess that you're probably already on maximum
fuel consumption.
Yeah, I would say you're Rogered.
Okay, so fuel consumption 0.
Yeah, that's the max.
Oh, damn it. Oh well, nice knowing you guys. Again, not an easy car to jump in though and just drive, you know. But we're having a go. I'm in front of Curry now. So what happened to Curry?
Curry paired. 4.8 second stop. So it just looks like a fresh set of tyres for him. I'm not sure quite what happened there. I didn't saw him run off, but no issues. So yeah, very early stop.
That's nice middle sector. But yeah, we used to have some good battles back in the day, mate, in Formula 1. It was good stuff, and some skills have translated over and some people's haven't.
That's because you're driving with a wheel now and not with a...
days, isn't it? Yeah.
Not with a pad. Stick a pad back in your hand and, you know, it'd be...
And it'd be worse.
You'd be challenging me.
It'd be much worse.
Easy. I don't know, you're pretty quick when you come on first time with a pad.
Oh, on iRacing, it wasn't too bad. To be honest, it was alright. I mean, I think... completely different, you know, different everything. But I think, in my opinion, it's just having the grip there. You know, when I've got the grip there, I think that's when I tend to do quite well. It's when the track is at a nice grippy state and the car is stable and balanced and you know, can really attack the track. And I think that's what... that's what I have difficulty with, I think, sometimes with the McLaren and with some of the other cars as well, and maybe especially the GTs. I just don't really have the confidence to push hard, you know?
Yeah. Marcus Dreschel closing in on Clive Morrison too as well, so could heat up in a moment, I would think. Kakara must have heard me saying that the Kerm was closing in on him as well, stepped it up that last lap, 1:39.3, pulls away another 1/10.5. Peter Berryman just there or thereabouts as well, slowly reeling these guys in. Fair to say that anyone who's wondering, Peter probably be on slightly different fuel configuration like yourself.
That's good then.
I would guesstimate at the moment.
What's he doing, times-wise? 38s?
No, it's still 39s.
That's alright. So it's not too bad then, you know, I don't feel like I'm doing too badly out there. Compared to what it could be, I think. I think you're right though, I'm just starting to drain off a little bit of ERS as I seem to be going, you know, just going a little bit quicker. Just starting to struggle for battery consumption. Car's nice to drive, this is just the default high downforce setup and it feels nice. Definitely one that you could just... I know it's probably not the quickest one, but... definitely a setup you can just get in and drive, you know, it's not too bad.
We've been saying that on the streams, I think, you know, every Sunday actually, that the sets that iRacing are putting out are really, really drivable. There's a couple of a couple of core things that you've just got to sort out with them, and you know, you can pick up a half a second off of them pretty quickly, and then tailor it to your driving style a little bit more. And you know, it's 3/4 of a second there, and there's not a great deal more time to be found. They have done an exceptional job on them this time, so which is what we want to see. Thing with the Williams back, you know, back in the day. was that the default setups were like 3.5 seconds off pace. You know, it was just crazy. Nowhere near. You just didn't want to drive that at all. But,
yeah, and it didn't help newcomers to the car, did it? Who didn't know how to set the car up. Whereas this one, you know, I can guarantee if you got this, you know, if you drove this, you know, you probably wouldn't be that far off. Maybe a second, possibly. Instead of, Kink's dangerous in this car.
Yeah, it is.
Really is. Back just wants to step out and kiss you goodbye.
Battle's getting a little bit closer, but nothing really coming off of it at the moment. Stick with it. I just for those that are tuned in and watching this one back, and you know, you're just obviously curious. We talked about obviously some of the setups and things like that and options. We have been doing weekly setup videos as well that you can either watch on Apex Racing TV's YouTube channel, or you can watch it on iRacing's YouTube as well. They're all archived there, but it goes out on a Sunday night, 9 p.m. GMT. And yeah, we're sort of breaking the car down into different sections throughout the season, and we're basically developing a setup as we go through the season. So every race we will have you know, a slowly progressing setup, and hopefully we'll explain every single element of the car by the time the season is over. But all those videos, like I say, are archived, and we'll slap them in a playlist or something like that for you, and it'll be something to look back on. So if you're thinking about joining in with the car and the official series, and you want to learn a little bit more about it, that would definitely be where I'd point you to head towards first. In the iRacing forum, you can find all those videos. They're all stickied at the moment as well, so the setups and everything are in there, links on how to get everything. So yeah, go check them out. We're trying our best to sort of help everybody get up to speed with figuring out the car. So
little moment.
Just 6/10 of a second, still not too much else going on. You're closing in on Ferenz again a little bit, just another 0.2 of a second that lap.
Been pretty impressive as Ferenc, but just needs, I don't know, just maybe something missing. I'm not quite sure what, but
one of the drivers who's really come on, really wanted to pick up as much knowledge as he can as well, and always helping out in the background, and yeah, always on TeamSpeak as well, just getting the absolute best out of what he can.
What the Apex Academy is all about now, you know. Get involved, get on the TeamSpeak server with the pros, and learn from them. That's what we're here for. Not we, I'm not a pro, but, you know, guys who know what they're doing, of course.
There is 8 of us now, so
yeah,
don't mind to shout out our success. So actually, there's 9 if we're honest, because we have Jesper Pedersen as well.
Are you getting off track for going wide at that turn 3 now?
Yeah, it's been like that for a little while. Look, you've done some racing.
Didn't realise that.
All commentary and no racing.
There. No McLaren racing, anyway.
Yeah.
Because I lost my A licence doing the Blanc pan. That's the real problem that we had there.
Lap times are very consistent for the front runners at the moment, so.
Ooh.
As well, everything sort of died down at the moment. What's let's just have a little talk about iRacing. You see the April Fool's video today?
Yeah, I wasn't ultimately convinced whether it was or not. I didn't know. That's what I was going to ask you.
The minute I saw him with the magnifying glass on the dirt, that was like, you know, it's like I think I pretty much knew straight away what it was. But then when it was like that, I was like, oh yeah, this isn't a joke inside a joke kind of thing. I do have a sneaking suspicion though that they might not be joking. In total, do you know what I mean? They might have that planned. It would be awesome for them to do that. That's for sure.
Because they did say they were, you know, working with some quite respected people. You know, Clint Bowyer and people like that. So,
and the frustration from the from the members as well, because they've obviously gone and got a laser scan and everything else of the late model. you know, the Dirt Late model. I don't know if you saw that.
Well,
so
they could. The thing is, it's possible then that's why it still might be.
Oh, who's in? Someone's in. Peter that's in. Oh, gets the car stopped very late.
I've got some company now. Had a couple of half spins. I think I've cooked the tyres a little. The old 100 kilos isn't helping, I don't think.
No.
Feels heavy out there. The track that I know very well. I like this track quite a lot. Remember when you introduced me to Road America, it's like, this track called Road America, you've never driven it before, you'll love it.
It's one of the
cracking one, this.
One of the best tracks. I remember when I drove it the first time, it was in the IndyCar, the old IndyCar as well.
Yeah.
And fantastic circuit. The racing was brilliant. We're just watching it.
Dear me, I'm
Get some
sorry.
new boots. Get some new boots. That's what I reckon.
I've spun back round and come.
Where's me Benny Hill music?
Oh, stop it. I did the classic 2 wheels on the grass in Canada.
I'll do it every time. Oh, Morrison late on the brakes, sorry. Oh, just about gets it stopped. I'm not sure he did as well. Marcus Bristol there. he manages to hold on to the place, but yeah.
The real problem is that even if I get some new tyres, we're only a third of the race distance, and I can't take the fuel out.
Yeah, true.
That's the underlying issue here.
Are you done for, mate? Really? That's it, isn't it? So.
Well, that's it.
Obviously, that's Go back to the video. That's something that we want to see, and let's hope that it is a bit of an insider's joke, so it just catches everybody out when they do suddenly just launch it and say, "Well, look, we told you so."
I just wonder if they've just gone. Oh, it's April Fool's Day. Let's post this anyway. People can make of it what they want. We might put some humour into it and see if. Because nobody knows what's real and what isn't today. This is the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Like anybody could, you could legitimately say that you're getting married and nobody would believe you. If you legitimately were getting married, nobody would believe you. So, I don't know. It's a funny old day.
Kit Berman just overtakes Ferenz there as well. That's that early pit stop. Just managed to get him by. But let's just talk about for a second then, as he fights back, what else we want to see. Obviously, Dirt's probably the big thing now. With obviously driver swaps was huge for ages, and then
it's one real particle-related thing that I think rain needs to be coming soon. Really.
Yeah, let's get some rain going on. Nordschleife was another one, wasn't it? That everybody wanted. Then Le Mans, and they're all signed, sealed, and ready to be delivered. Surely, hopefully, Le Mans this year. And then rain.
Since we've got an Academy stream going, I need help with turn 1. I'm really struggling.
Okay, so you want to brake at the 3 cone marker.
Okay.
Down and into 5th gear, but you want a late apex. Don't go over the curbing on the inside. Don't use all that curbing. Just sort of just kiss it on the inside. That's it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on board this time as well. So you better do it right.
Fair. Yeah, we can definitely resume discussions. It's just I was it's bugged me because I've not done it right yet, really.
Yeah, I think like I said, get a bit of rain in there as well. That'll add to it. Obviously, we're getting sort of transition in times moving forward with the
that'd be great.
DX11. I mean, that's here now as well. It's tested. They've obviously got a few little bugs to iron out. I think actually today's or the build that came out yesterday cured a lot of issues as well. So that should be should be better. Very blocky shadows at the moment.
Yeah, I mean it is definitely an improvement, but I think a lot of people want to be using that when it's a bit more stable. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
Right, we're watching. No pressure.
Look at that. That was perfect.
Get in there. Tell me you went green there as well.
Not quite. Almost. I think it was a bit slow in. I think that was the problem.
Well, considering lap 14, I'll take that.
And slow out as well.
They look good.
I was plus 0.01 in the first sector, so that's not too bad.
There we go.
Okay, I'll turn it round. Really, what would you like to see? Be it tracks, be it cars, be it conditions, facilities. What do you want?
Yeah, well, certainly with the tracks. I mean, I know we've already got a version of it, but I want to see Silverstone updated, and super keen to see that.
We need that. I think that's more less of a want at this point and more of a need.
Yeah, Fikara's just come out of the pits, by the way, right in front of Peter as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, just covered by 1.5 seconds at the moment.
Because we love the old layout of Silverstone. We adore the old layout, but
I don't want to lose that. Keep it as a version.
Keep it as a free track, maybe, and then. I don't know if it is a free track already. Actually, I can't remember. But
no, it's not.
It probably should be, considering how old it is.
Yeah, so I think Silverstone. Let's get like you say, let's get.
Oh look, a car.
Variable weather within the race. So get some rain. Fronts coming in, storm clouds, whatever like that. Day to night transitions. Let's get a busy pit lane. I want to see full animated pit lane down the whole length of it as well, not just your stall, but when you're coming into a pits, there's all the other.
Speaking of the pit lane,
people. That just adds to the broadcast as well. It just makes it look far more authentic. Just
see if we can beat Andrew out of the pits.
Oh, little features back marker just in the way of the leaders at the moment. We're all scrambling to get by. Just for Enns that didn't manage to do it, so he gets held up a little bit. He's through now. And you are out.
Traffic coming. This should be interesting.
Yeah, it's Taylor, so he just joined in front of Taylor. So
Curry must have had a bad pit stop.
Curry is stationary at the minute.
See what we can do. New rubber. I've got fast repair as well, so I use that. Oh well, I thought I'd use that anyway. I did hit the wall on lap 2, so
yeah, might have been something. Well, we'll see. We're looking at the lap times. But yeah, I just think little things like that. Tyre compounds. Let's see different tyre compounds. For some series, especially this one. At the moment we've got the the yellow, which is that's classed as the soft, isn't it? So.
Didn't you say it behaves more like the medium?
I think it does behave more like the medium, even now with the tweak, where before it was like the hard. So. I think if they could introduce like a red stripe super soft or something like that, that would get, say like 12, 13, maybe 16 laps at somewhere like this. That would spice it up and have to use it as well. So you can't not use it. I think that would be awesome. There's a few series that could really sort of benefit from that. It just spices up the strategy a little bit as well. So drivers could go with the harder tyre to start with or whatnot. And especially now,
it just brings more options for people, doesn't it? Especially if you're not maybe the quickest driver out there, you might be able to do a better strategy than the guys in front.
Yeah, and I think especially now the qualifying's all done in the same session as well. It can't be too difficult to sort of code a kind of enforced tyre you have to start on. So if you do qualifying,
hard.
yeah, on the soft, then you have to start on the soft. If you do it on the super soft, you have to start on the super soft. So something like that. Just I know these are sort of like F1-y rules or something like that, but there
need to be F1 rules if that's the case.
Yeah, but they do. It does add to it. Certainly this series it adds to the racing. I think so with the strategy elements. So yeah, something like that I think would be good. I mean, what other circuits would I like? Istanbul? Come on, let's get Istanbul. They would. Surely they would pay iRacing to come and scan it, just so they can get a bit more exposure and publicity, get some more people come and use their circuit. But
well, yeah, because they need that now, really, don't they? After losing the F1 Grand Prix.
Yeah. That would be a great circuit to add on there.
It'd be cracking for iRacing, for the McLaren especially.
Yeah, I'm super glad we're getting Imola as well. So that was a must-have track as well. So. Trying to think of Magny-Cours as well. Surely that's got to be on the list to try and get. Don't you think that would be a great circuit? You imagine the racing going down into that hairpin after that long right-hander
with a bit of DRS as well.
With a bit of DRS, that would be awesome.
Because I think the French Grand Prix was one of the tracks that would have really benefited from DRS.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because that was one where people always used to get sort of half within touching distance and not even be able to make a move, whereas with DRS, be laughing, I think, at Magny-Cours. Put it at that second to last straight as well, the one before the little stupid chicane thing.
Yeah. Jamie's saying he wants Knockhill for the giggles.
Knockhill? Well, there'll be cars flying everywhere at Knockhill, I think. The BSRTC would enjoy Knockhill, of course.
Of course.
Where are our British tracks, iRacing?
Yeah, I was about to say, where are the British tracks as well?
Where are our British tracks that you promised us 3 years ago? And I look. Come on, guys, seriously. Don't get our hopes up like that if you're not going to do it.
But I won't take anything away. The tracks that they have brought in that time that have superseded those ones. You wouldn't.
Of course.
You wouldn't turn them down, though, would you?
I know they've brought Monza, they've brought the Nürburgring, Circuit of the Americas. But in the end, I think, come on, guys.
I mean, they got Donington was one of them that they brought in from that bunch that they talked about, wasn't it? So.
Don't put some really obscure half-mile oval.
Oh, careful! Put
some
you're right. You're on a road stream. You're not going to get strung up.
Put some Croft and some Snetterton in there. Come on, guys. Much more interesting.
Get Rockingham in there.
Rockingham, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, keep everyone happy.
The actual Rockingham now, the American one.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to drive, I think. It's a very nice track, but.
Forrest, that's the fastest lap as well. While we're chatting away.
Which was. What was the time?
Oh, yeah, now you're asking. 38.4.
Nice. Work.
Question coming in, just have we already got Nürburgring? Yes, we have indeed. So, the GP and the Nordschleife as well, so.
I'll tell you, I've got one for you. Sepang. There you go.
Oh, Sepang.
Sepang would be really good.
Not think of Sepang, that is a great circuit to drive as well. And that'll be awesome in this car.
And I always did really ridiculously well there, so that's why I like Sepang.
Just think of other cars as well, like the Skippy or something like that, just going through a little through that.
Going down the long straights.
Oh god, could you imagine that? It'd be like 6 wide.
They'd be there forever, wouldn't they? To be honest, going down Shanghai, the back straight of Shanghai.
Yeah.
I tell you what, those tracks wouldn't be bad to add to iRacing though. Some like Shanghai or Malaysia. Would be cool. And you've got, of course, Long Beach still hasn't been finished. I wonder if they're going to really make a push to do that now they've got DX11. Because
I wonder with DX11 if
Long Beach would be really good. I think
handle it, because certainly what we've seen. I mean, I don't know about you. When I activated DX11, is I had slightly lower frames, but way more consistent frames, apart from the odd stutter that everybody knows about now.
I had slightly higher frames.
Yeah, there you go. Every PC a bit different, so. Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, I had slightly higher frames, but maybe a bit less consistent. So interesting.
I want to work on that front.
I just done my fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Yes. Okay, that's not too bad. You get out of the 42s, though. Come on. There comes a time when lack of practice is not an excuse anymore. Probably about now. It's just a hard car to drive. I'm going to concede. I think it's beyond me a little bit, but it's not that I don't enjoy it. I do. I see you lot going around with all those ridiculous times. I think it really does make me feel slightly inadequate. I'm not going to lie.
We're getting rain come. What do you think about adding something like Fuji on so we can have absolute downpour?
Well, the thing is, if they do rain, they're going to have to do it in such a way where it's possible for it to rain in one side of the circuit.
Yep.
And be bone dry on the other.
That really spice it up.
I'm not going to say that shouldn't be there all the time, but it definitely should be possible.
And it should come in like that, though. Do you know what I mean? It should come in as a front, shouldn't it? So it start at one area of the track.
That'd be amazing.
And slowly creep over. So you can stay out for a few laps because it's quicker to stay out still on the slicks, but you've got a bit of a rough area to go through. It just gets worse, and then it slowly progresses across the circuit. So you might get 1 or 2 laps where you could eke it out, and then it gets to the point where it swaps over. So
things you'd actually need spotters then.
Yeah.
Because they can say, well, it's raining at Puon or whatever, or it's raining at so-and-so
really
place.
Struggling through such and such. Yeah, exactly.
Because usually at Spa, am I right that it usually starts on the start-finish straight? I think that's where most of it usually comes in from. It usually ends up at La Source, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
At first. I think if there are any more.
When obviously the Grand Prix, was it last year? Or was it a couple of years ago?
Last year's one
was last year's one, wasn't it? With the changeable conditions. Look at how much of an impact that had on it. So huge. And yeah, that's what we need, something like that. So that'll really spice it up as well. These guys that are leading out front, they've worked whatever they've done on their sets. It all changes when the rain starts to fall, and you've got a good strategy call can get you 6 or 7 seconds in front.
I think it'd suit yourself as well. I'll be honest, if the World Championship races were like that, I think you can read the strategy very well, and you always read the conditions very well. So I think it. Oh, come on, why is there so much understeer all of a sudden there? Plowed straight on and into the. Whoa! Whoa! Full on 4-wheel drift. What DRS here? No, he's gonna have it.
Yeah, he's gonna have it.
Am I gonna go for it? No, why not? Oh, go on. Oh no, it's not worked. Oh, sorry.
Oh, leader's coming through.
Where?
Is it?
No.
Oh.
The leaders are long gone.
Oh, you're okay.
They're well gone. Miles away.
I'm not sure who that was. I was like, oh, I thought it was Ficarra for a minute.
No, it wasn't. I
was having kittens.
I made sure the leaders were nowhere near it when I had some shenanigans there. So I would have done it. I just twitched when I got to the apex.
Andreas will watch that back now and hear you as you plan to make that one. He's like, oh, go on, I'll have a go.
Well, I was there. I did get there, but
No, you didn't.
I was there. I was there. It just twitched. Well,
yeah, it did.
I now can't have any more incidents, otherwise I'll be disqualified. So
oh god.
I'm gonna there you go. Too many spins. It's alright, we didn't lose anything really in that, did we? So
yeah.
I just now can't go off the track once. Oh well.
There's only 9 laps to go, actually, just while we've been chatting away. This is ticked by pretty quickly.
Are they still penciling in Le Mans for June, then, do we think?
I think I remember...
When the 24 hours is going to be on?
I think I remember seeing a post to say that, their initial plan was to try and get it ready by there, but they're not sure if they would be able to complete it by then. It's, still a big project, isn't it, for them? So
it would be great if they did.
They were worried they wouldn't be able to hit that, so don't count your chickens on that one, I think.
Would be cool if they managed it, though.
But yeah, that would be awesome if we could actually have a 24 hours going on, the day after or something like that. You imagine that would be amazing. So. Oh. And Berman gets a big old slide and he's going to get out dragged here by Ferenz. Going to have the DRS and he's through. But I think just to talk about obviously how it's going as well, how sort of iRacing's evolving and stuff like that. You think when we joined, how things have changed now, and of course it's on TV now. We've got obviously the World Championship on the TV. That become the second series.
Everything looks pretty thin on the ground, doesn't it? In that sense. Yeah. When we started, there wasn't a lot really.
Oh, there was nothing. You wouldn't have dreamed then when we started, we would be well, for a start, we're commentating, of course, on the BSRTC Pro Series that goes on straight after the World Championship Series.
Motors TV.
And then, of course, obviously for myself competing in it, just would have never have thought in wildest dreams that would have happened back then, and there was absolutely no signs of that happening. It just goes to show how far it's gone in. What is it? 3 years? 4 years? Before the year's the end of this year.
4.5, isn't it? Yeah, that we've.
Yeah.
2011 it was, wasn't it, when we joined? So.
Oh God, yeah. So there you go. How time flies. So yeah, I mean, just think in another 4 years' time, exactly where it's gonna be and what we're gonna have. So.
I think I was just going on to some sort of real world news that's pretty encouraging. Is I don't know how accurate it's going to be come tomorrow and Sunday, but Jenson Button was P3 today in second practice.
Nice. That'd be good to see. Certainly.
At a track which I thought that they would be horrible at. I'll be honest. Bahrain, it's all about power and acceleration.
Yeah, because they're not doing the tricky one, are they? They're back to the more.
It's the traditional
the old one. So, which is much better circuit, to be honest.
Oh, it's a great circuit. And they ruined it that
and why
year.
have we not,
you know what?
Why
they ruined the
put that on our
reputation
list as well?
They ruined its reputation for years with that one race in 2010.
Yeah.
Because they brought that in 2004, and every race was pretty good until the one in 2010. And then everybody said, "Oh yeah, it's terrible." But actually, it's exactly the opposite. It's a great track, great for overtaking. Good for battling. If you ever see the GP2 races there as well, crazy stuff goes on there. But that'd be a great one to add to iRacing, definitely. Day to night transition you could have there with the floodlights as well.
Yeah, that'd be awesome actually.
And it'd be great for overtaking. It'd be great for the World Championship. So get it signed up, iRacing.
I bet that wouldn't be exactly cheap to license. I feel. Be one of the ones that would be quite difficult to get everything organised and everything else like that. You remember the issues they had just trying to get everything sorted out for Interlagos with the issues they had with all the equipment and the customs and stuff like that.
God,
so
yeah, it's a bit monstrous, doesn't it? Really, that situation. But
I think this is why you see only sort of European, American or circuits, not just sort of South and North America.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing sort of really apart from Interlagos. There's nothing South America. There's nothing. There's nothing Australian yet. Oh, apart from Bathurst, really.
And Phillip Island.
Oh, Oran Park. Oh God.
Oran Park.
Okay, that's all of them. But okay, we need Melbourne.
We want Melbourne. Segue.
Yeah. We need Melbourne. Or even Adelaide. Adelaide could be interesting.
Adelaide would be good fun.
But Adelaide might just be. I don't know if that'll be a bit of a Long Beach. But the thing is, you've got to think if they can pull off the Nürburgring, I don't see why they couldn't pull off Long Beach.
Yeah, I think
if that makes sense. I don't know from a technical point of view whether I'm right or not, but
yeah, I don't know. I think all the buildings is what gives them a lot of the problems, but
they just render the buildings quite plainly though, and just have it sort of.
I think but
they don't want it like that, I guess.
Certainly got to do that, I think.
They want to do it properly if they're going to do it, I guess, don't they?
Yeah, of course they want it to. They want to. That's what they're like, aren't they? They won't want to sort of half-ass
it.
Yeah, exactly. So just give it everything. Make it look polished, and let you turn it down in the graphics settings.
Yeah.
I mean, I know personally, like if they slap Long Beach at us, and with everything on, that I'll be turning off most of it. I'm going to turn most of it off anyway, because I'm all about the frames per second more than anything. So really wouldn't concern me. The spine's there, and it's been there for years now as a tech track, isn't it? So
you could still race the track. It doesn't affect that,
Yeah,
in that
exactly.
Sense.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you, though, if your approach of turning a lot of things off, whether it does it affect your racing in any way, though, in terms of having things, landmarks or visual things that you wouldn't ordinarily have, or?
No, I mean, obviously, when say for example you were to go from, obviously I run triples. I'm on 144 hertz, so I need to pack a high frame rate to get full advantage of those. So when I first put them in and realised, well, I'm going to struggle to get 144 at every track with every piece of eye candy turned on, and everything sort of anti-analyzed as much as possible as well, so it all looks crystal clear. So you know, the day I turned a load of stuff off just to keep those frame rates up, then as we're just seeing Berman having a run on Ferenz, and he's through. Problem for Ferenz actually. I've just all of a sudden eased up. Pace has just dropped out of it for him, so I'm not sure what that is. But
could he be near the incident limit?
Oh, he's wheeling all over the place, so tyres are a bit of an issue for him, maybe more than anything.
Oh, I have this thing called DRS. It's
it.
Immediately a lot stronger than it was last time.
Yeah, good. But yeah, I think when I turned it off initially, there was like, oh, you know, that shadow's not there. You know, you don't realise that you're using things like that on the circuit. It's like, oh, that shadow, I used to use a bit of a break-in marker, or, you know, that porter cabin or porter whatever it might be.
True.
You're just random little things that, you know, you just always use as like a key point. I was like, oh, that was my turning point, something like that. Now, initially when you get rid of them, you obviously got to relearn little parts like that. But you just find new ones that you can that you work with, and it's fine. And of course, when you're pumping out the frame rates, the improvements you get is everything looks so much smoother, but also so much slower. It almost feels like when you've got it really cranked up, it almost feels like you're driving in slow motion, and catching slides and things like that becomes way easier to do. So it's certainly worth trying it. I know we all like everything to look absolutely amazing at all times, but you know, if you want to see if you can just build on your consistency, if you know your hot laps are good, but you just seem to make little mistakes here and there, and you want a little bit of help catching those, then yeah, turn some of your settings down, crank that frame rate up, and yeah, that makes quite a difference.
Especially with the 144 Hz monitors, I suppose, giving you the
does
full effect. You know,
and yeah, I won't lie, it does help. I mean, it's the difference between that and a 60 Hz monitor is night and day. I don't want everyone to just go and buy some monitors or anything like that, but it does make a huge difference. If you're a person who can't get on with, say, like the Oculus Rift or something like that, you know, that's triple 144 monitors is an absolute worthy upgrade.
Thought about the Oculus Rift yourself?
I think I'm gonna try it. I got a teammate who's Lee, you know, Thompson. So he's done some of the DK reviews, I think, on our channel. Did an Oculus review when it the DK1 very first came out. So I think he's got one on pre-order. I know they're starting to dispatch out now. So I'm hoping to be able to have a little play with his at some point, and then I'll see what it's like. So you
have to get him to bring it to. Is he coming to Silverstone?
He is. I think he's got to work on one of the days, but yeah, I think he's definitely coming down. I would love to. I'd love to have a play. I mean, I think for me, I was hoping that they were going to pump it out at 120 Hz, and then I would have no issues whatsoever.
Oh, there we go. That's disqualification. Never mind.
I would have had no issues with getting it then, but I do feel like moving from 144 to 90 will be a step backwards on that side of things. But having had a little play on the DK1, the immersion you get off of it is amazing. I mean, and that was when the screen was rubbish. You know, you could count the pixels as you were looking at it. But still, when you were sat in the car driving, you know, and you're just looking, you know, left to right and up and down, and like,
crazy,
it's something else. And you speak to any of the Oculus sort of like DK drivers and said to them, you know, well, will you switch back to your triples? Yeah, like, nope, never. You know,
yeah,
it's just something else. And I think sim racing is perfect
immersion, isn't it,
for the Oculus, because we are sat down. It is what we do, and you know, the only thing you can't see is you can't see your hands on the wheel. But you know, I don't know about you, but I'm never looking at my hands on the wheel. I just do it all autopilot anyway while I'm driving. So, but yeah, so I'm keen to give that a try, see what that's like. It's gonna be awesome.
Have a look then at what's going on here. Oh, I had well made that overtake, Alex. I was just going to find that again. I was there. And,
well, no, you got alongside and you got along past.
Fucked it up.
But yeah, But you did that because you were too late and too hard on the brakes.
No, I just panicked. I think I don't think I've ever overtaken. I don't think I've ever made a legitimate overtake in this car. Still today. Still haven't probably as well. Did pass Graham though, so that's all right. It was good fun though. That, to be honest, considering I was just going in there to literally make up the numbers. So
3 laps to go as well.
Quite pleased.
So thank you for that.
All right.
Still people tuned in just listening to us drone on about what we would like to see added to the sim and things like that as well. Thank you for sticking around. So we tried to, it's ended up a bit more like a sort of like a podcast, you know, wish
It's
list.
not been a wonderful race, has it really?
Well, there's been little battles going on and off, but yeah, no, it's more been about us just just chatting away.
No, there's nothing wrong with shooting the breeze with you, my friend. Been a while since we've actually done that.
Indeed. We talked on and on about doing some sort of like podcast show for ages and ages. Never managed to quite do it. I think we ought to...
Let us know if in the comments if you think we should.
Yeah, we ought to do something.
Be nice, though. Having said that.
Yeah, sort of I don't know what we would do. You know, what would people like? You know, we're happy to take an hour here or there and.
Pete's wide. Oof. Very wide at the last corner there, mate. He'll have dirt on his tyres and he's trying to just weave to get that off.
I'm guessing either I'm delayed or you're delayed.
Sorry, I must have been delayed. Might have been a long time ago, that.
Yeah, he's still half second up the road. But Ficarra just pulling away still pretty steadily. Bryn's not been able to get back past Pete, made that mistake. Didn't really pull away though, so these guys have been pretty evenly matched.
Yeah, good on Ferenc for staying with Peter as well, because I know he might be using a slightly different setup to normal, but still a good achievement, really, to be less than a second behind him at this point. He's going to have the DRS helping him out.
Jump on with our leader for a little moment as well. Good bit of practice for the weekend, of course. Brentford Field broadcast is still 12 GMT, so that'd be 1 PM UK time for anybody.
Let's see if Ferenc is going to be on the. He's definitely going to be on the DRS, but is he going to get anywhere near Peter Benneman? Not really. Oh yeah, he's going for it. I think he thought about it there. Pete left the door open.
Wasn't sure quite what was going on there, and he got himself in a bit of a tiz with his gears. You could hear him shifting down, back and forth, and things like that. And yeah, in the end, gets it sorted out.
Kern got up to 335 kilometres an hour there, and Benneman was 323. So that's definitely an improvement on the DRS. Maybe not quite enough, but it's close. Last couple of corners for Ficarra, Alex. He's driven nicely again. He seems to always do that.
Yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on. Moving into the Grand Prix Pro Series that will be up at the end of this year. So had a good season 1, 2, and I think it's looking good for season 2. Let's see what he does in the SOF this week. Made a mistake last week with strategy. But still, what a great race today. So faultless, no mistakes really out there at all. And likes to flag result from him. Has a little weave and
look at
so
Kern.
as well.
He's got past Benneman. Where it's Kern there. That's weird. Did he take that?
I don't really know what went on there. It's like
the timing's wrong, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, some sort of weirdness happened there.
Because Benneman didn't finish 1.1 second ahead of him. That's Ferenc Kern. Oh, it's Dreschel.
There goes his teammate.
I think I just assumed that there was a car in front of him. There you go.
Easily done that. Well, the same livery.
I've made 2 commentary boobs in the last 3 minutes. I've only been commentating for 3 minutes.
Same livery as well. We can be forgiven, surely.
Was the same
right, guys.
Mark Warmington coming through. P4.
Just wanted to say thank you for everybody for stay tuned in for that one as well. So we had a bit of fun there. But of course the Formula Renault 2.0 Strength for Field race will be starting any minute now as well over on Race Spot on iRacing Live. So yeah, head on over there. We're going to wrap this one up pretty quickly. Just run through the final results, but we'll be back next week. And again, in typical fashion, I have no idea where we are next week because I'm ill prepared as ever. But just quickly withdraw that as we can see the standings coming up on screen right now. Come on. Internet work.
Yeah, there's a wonderful thing called the internet. Doesn't always play ball.
No, I don't want the Formula Renault 2.01. You know when you're trying to rush.
You know when things just aren't going great.
Everything goes wrong.
This is it, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely a bit of a different one for us today. Right, here we go. Oh, it's Nürburgring next week. That should be fun.
Then.
Yeah, that should be fun.
I might turn up.
And it's Monza after that as well, so yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
Excellent. Nürburgring GP then.
Awesome. Right, thank you very much, everybody, again for tuning in. We'll just keep working on that series, just trying to get a few more people into that and build up the excitement. Let us know, of course, if you're Academy member in anything. It doesn't have to be the 2.0 Academy members, so that's not the Formula Renault, just the type of class. You can jump in on these sessions as well. So, and yeah, we'll look forward to Nürburgring next week. Thank you very much, everyone. And go and enjoy the Formula Renaults. I know I am.